Hi everyone, welcome to today's Cluster API release team meeting. Today is Wednesday, 15th of November 2023. As usual, this meeting is recorded and later will be uploaded to YouTube channel. Also, we'll follow sincere code of conduct in this meeting, which boils down to being kind and respectful to each other. Also, if you have anything to discuss, please add it to the agenda on the meeting notes that I will share on the chat and add your name in the attendees list. With that, I'll start the PSA. I think most of you or all of you are aware there were some problems yesterday or things that we had to postpone the yesterday's RC release candidate release, and that's because of the flaky tests, which is release blocking, and so that's why the maintainers suggested to postpone the RC releasing and also the code freeze which comes with it. So so that's why we didn't have RC release yesterday. There were some discussions about having another beta release, and then there was a point from Guillermo if we need one. So at the end we decided not to have, which is I think reasonable to me at least. So yeah, next up, there is a fix already for the release blocking issue from the Cecile and the folks from Microsoft. I think they are, I think, as far as I understood, sure that fixes the issue. I saw they were running the tests multiple times on the PR, and it's reviewed by maintainers, some of them. So that's good. Today, I'm planning to bring this topic to the office hours to discuss with maintainers and the community, basically about the state of the release, ask for review of the fix if possible, and help trying to merge that so that we have signal, CI signal after that's merged until the next week. And that's the plan. Is there anything you'd like to add or discuss or anything related to that? I see Willy in the call. If I'm not mistaken, you were also working on the fix. Could you give any probably updates or anything related to that? Like, would it fix like the issue that we have currently on the main, and like anything related to that basically?
Yeah, so I think this was just an issue with how machine pools dealt with like sorry, my cat. So the thing is like Jonathan was working on a PR for adding machine pool machines to Docker, and that would kind of change the behavior of like how machine pools are like moved during like the self-hosted test, and that would fix the issue. And we've been testing the test like over and over again, and I think it's only failed like once or twice with like unrelated flakes. So I think we're fairly confident that it will be fixing the release blocking issue. I can link the issue somewhere here. This is the PR. I think it's being reviewed as well, and yeah, we've ran it like we're the goal is to run it like around 10 times, and I think we're almost there. So yeah.
Cool. Thanks for the update. Yeah, someone who worked on the fix actually. That's great. Any questions on this topic? If not, I'll move on to the discussion topics then.
I have a question. So I think the PR that is already merged. I think it was from Willy, right? After merge, there were also some suggestions from the Stephen. Are they related to the CI flag, or is this something different? Because I
That's
say,
not. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah. You can. I'm just asking, like, are those comments related to the CI, or it's different?
It's not related to the flakes. I already have a fix out. It just kind of there were just some implementation details that were missed, but doesn't cause any flakes or failures. But it would be nice to get that in like anyways, and it's I think Stefan's reviewing it like right now. So but that is not like part of the release blocking.
Right. Just for my information, are we talking about separate PR? I think that was merged and there were further comments to improve it, right? And we can do it in a follow-up, but that's not the release blocking as far as I know, and you're confirming.
Yes, it's a separate PR. This is the one that we're talking about, and it's not release blocking.
Okay, cool. Does it answer your question, Adil?
Yes, it answers the question. Yes.
Great, thanks. Okay, moving on to the discussion topics then. First one, that's also PSA actually. So the call for new release team volunteers. If you are interested, please reach out. I'm just saying in the current team as well. If you're interested, you can. If you're interested to continue with the next team, please reach out and we can discuss the role and everything. Or you can comment also on the Slack post that I posted. That also works. Thanks. Any questions? If not, next one from, I'm not sure, Michael probably. Are we in implement?
Yeah, sorry.
Around the direction for
my name.
No worries. Let's go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to make, because there's been a bit of back and forth, but I guess Killian and Vince aren't in this meeting. But I just want to make sure I've kind of added Vince a couple times, but I don't blame him for not cutting the release, but I just want to make sure it's where we're going. And then I think I just kind of ask him really nicely to cut a release for us, and then we can actually use the rocket emoji for real. Because I think the alternative we talked about was like, just merge this PR referencing an older image and don't cut a release. And then we can reference the SHA of KubeBuilder release tools from Cluster API. They both like technically work, so it's really just whichever one we want to do. And then because once this gets merged, just a PR to kind of pull it in from Cluster API.
Yeah, I was discussing it with you, I think, over the thread. We are sure that nothing missing this time. I'll also probably go through the release tools once again, and I'll try to reach out to Vince once again to ask like for new release. Let's see. If not, then let's bump it. Let's bump the SHAs and use that straight. I think that's the backup plan, but I'll try to reach out to him, asking for a merge and then release of the new version of the tool.
Thanks. Yeah, it's basically the diff. Like this PR in some form will have to be merged. So right now, I changed the image to reference v0.4.3 which doesn't exist yet. So like if we want to merge this PR, we have to cut a release right after. Originally I had this PR to change the image to 04.2. That image does exist and would also work. But either way, yeah, this PR needs merged.
I'll make sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to highlight that. But are you sure that if you bump it to 4.2, it will work? Because your changes, like latest changes, didn't went to the 4.2. So that's why I think we have to bump it to 4.3 and release, so that 4.3 has those like missing changes. That was my understanding, at least. I might be wrong.
It's so the changes I made were to like notes.go, which is kind of the other comment thread you're in with Stefania, and the other file in this PR. It's actually in the 0.4.2 because there's a replace statement that pulled my change into the 4.2 image. It's just that
all right, okay. As I said, I'll reach out and we can discuss it offline. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Any questions? Concerns? Okay. That's the last item on the agenda. Does anyone have anything to discuss or bring it up which is not in the agenda, or we can call a meeting and have 15 minutes back? Yeah, I don't see anything. Thanks folks for joining, and I'll see you in office hours if you join. And I say bye.